Good morning, Girl Scouts. Miss Katie here, coming to you live from Lynchburg, Virginia. Today we're going to be working on Cadette Book Artist, and we're actually going to earn the whole badge. And to do that, we're going to be making paper bag scrapbooks, and it's going to be really simple and a pretty neat activity. So to start, like always, I'll kind of go over all the steps. Step 1 is explore the art of bookbinding. I'll go over that in just a minute. Step 2, get familiar with the insides of a book. I'll kind of help dissect books and how they're put together. I have an example. Step 3 is try out book artist techniques. I'm going to be focusing today on scrapbooking, and I'll tell you more about that later. Step 4 is focus on function, and step 5 is focus on style. And like I said, we're going to be making paper bag scrapbooks. But to kind of begin, I wanted to go over the ins and outs of a book, because we kind of need to know what we're making and how we're going to make it before we move forward. So I'm going to kind of decipher the different parts of the book. This is a book I'm reading right now, and I thought it would be beneficial for you guys to kind of go over the different parts of a book itself. So obviously this is the cover. This is something that's known as the spine. Here is your back cover. Let's see. So this is actually right here where the book folds in and kind of is actually physically attached. That's known as the gutter. I thought that was a pretty cool fact. And books have different parts, so it's not just like you open a book and there's your story. There's lots of pages that come before the actual the story itself. So I just want to kind of flip through and show you what we have. Typically you can find an autobiography of an author in the front of the book, like here. Here is your title page. Here's another version of the title page, a little bit more formal. It's got the author's name, you know, how it was made, and the emblem of the publishing company. And here you will find the copyright page, and there's lots of little tiny words, and it doesn't really mean much to us, but it's actually pretty significant for the writer and how the book came to be, and kind of everybody who helped bring the book to life can be found on this page. And then this is called a dedication page. So whoever the author wrote the book for, sometimes there'll be little messages or love letters. It's just kind of significant for the author to share why they wrote the book. Now, after those pages, you will find a contents page, like so, and that can help you kind of guide you through the book and an explanation of the chapters. You will then find, it can be called a foreword like it is here, or a preface or an introduction. That's kind of just, like I said, like an introduction to the book itself, kind of an overview of what to expect in the book. And this one has two. She also has a preface here. Acknowledgements. So that's kind of a more in detail page of, hi Abby! A more detailed page of who helped the author write the book, and any kind of extra special shout outs the author would like to give before starting his or her story. And that is it. And then you can find, let's see, the introduction. I went over that already. And then it typically just goes chapter by chapter. It really just depends on the author's style, but like this book, for instance, goes chapter by chapter. And then at the end of the book, you can typically find a glossary. Let's see. This one has notes or footnotes. So sometimes in scholarly creations, there will be these things called footnotes. Let me see if I can find you guys one. Okay, it's itty bitty. But right here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's going to be a little blurry. There's a tiny 7. So all that means is that is the 7th footnote. I just flipped to a random page, but a footnote is something where typically the author was helped in getting that information. Maybe he or she found information from another author and he or she decided to use it in her book. So if you ever see a footnote or a number, a tiny number at the end of a sentence, that's what that means. That's kind of somebody else's words, either written in a new way, basically not a new idea, just something that the author you know, really bonded with and liked the idea of and wanted to include that in his or her story. And in the back, you can find an explanation of all the footnotes. So here's what that might look like. And it's good to have that. It's good to have different perspectives throughout your story. In my opinion, I think it makes your story stronger. And then the index. So the index are important words that can be found throughout the book. So, for example, let me think of one. So this book is about mass incarceration, and say I didn't know what that word meant, and I saw it on a random page. I would flip to the back of the book and, like a dictionary, try to find that word, and it would give me where that word can be found throughout the book. So it's probably going to be included more than once. Thanks for all the love, you guys. And you can just kind of see where that word or that theme can be found throughout the rest of the book. And then some authors choose to include glossaries. Not all. I don't think this one has one. But yeah, so that's pretty neat. Okay, so let me pull up my materials list and we'll get going. Okay, so today we are making paper bag scrapbooks, and like I said, it's going to be easy peasy, super neat as always. All that you need is 4 brown lunch bags, pretty simple. You will need a hole punch, or if you're skilled enough and you think you can use scissors, have at it, but I'm going to use a hole punch today. You will, in either form, need scissors, and either crayons, markers, colorful pins, and colorful twine or string to help bind your book. And then because I'm making a scrapbook, I have a bunch of different emblems that I'm choosing to include. So I have some colorful ribbon, got some glittery ribbon, some green ribbon, and then I have some super cool underwater stickers that I'm going to make. So that's going to be kind of the theme of my scrapbook once I'm done building it. But like I said, it's super easy, and I think we're ready to begin. So just let me know if you guys have any questions. Hi, Kaylee. Nice to meet you. How you guys doing? I hope you're ready. This is going to be cool. So like I said, grab your 4 paper bag scrapbooks. I'm going to point you guys down and we can get going. Okay, so the first step is to align your paper bag scrapbooks to where they're all facing in the same direction. So you know how paper bags have this weird little like butt at the end? You want to fold that down and flip that over. So facing you is the front side of the paper bag. So the butt's in the back, flat on the top. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to stack all of your bags exactly the same, so your bag butts are all facing the same way. Okay, so that's pretty easy, and just like so. Now, what you're going to do is, hold on, turn it this way. So the bottom of my bag, this little flap thing, is on my right. Just remember that. So flat side facing you, bottom flap on the back and on your right. I hope that makes sense. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to fold it over like so. So the reason why we did it in that way is so this weird little flap stays out of our way for our book. So this is going to be our book. Now, remember what I said in the beginning. So we have our front cover, which is going to be right here. This is going to be our spine. This is going to be our back cover. And then when you flip it open, that's that gutter that every book has. Okay, so next step. So we've got it folded. Now you're going to take your hole punch. It's going to be a little tricky because these bags are kind of thick, but I believe in you. And you're going to poke 3 holes and use all your muscles. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Okay, maybe I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna do 2 by 2 because that is way too tough. So you've already got your crease, so they should all be in the same spot anyway. Oh my goodness! It's way harder than I thought it was gonna be, but I got it. So you might want an adult's help with this. Shoot. Muscle mania. And try to make them as straight as you can. Okay, so just like that. Now, because I only did 2, I have to go back and do the other. Oh, maybe that's why. I had 5 instead of 4. That's silly. So it might be okay with just the 4. I had one sneak in there. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to take the one that I already punched and put it over one that needs to be punched, just so I can see where my holes already are, so they line up. It's a neat trick. And this is how we're gonna bind our book. Okay, this way. There we go. Okay, that one was good. So I got my holes. So let's see. Still need one more. And I guess if you wanted to, you can make it longer. If you want your book to be longer, but I'm just gonna make mine out of the 4 bags. 1, 2, maybe I did have 4. I'm getting confused. Okay. Let's see. So if you guys are just hopping on, I am working on punching holes in the spine of my book. And then I'm going to show you guys how to bind it. There we go. I'm going to use those muscles. This bugger off. There we go. Okay, let me recount because so that is 1 bag, 2 bags, 3. No, I was right. It was 4 all along. What am I thinking, you guys? Okay, so see how I was able to line those up just because I used the one? How many hole punchers do we need? So you just need 1 physical hole punch, but you're gonna punch 3 holes along the spine of your bag. trouble, you guys. Okay. There we go. Ugh. Okay, phew. Okay, that part is done. Now, make sure if you did like I did, if you used your one example as kind of a stencil to follow where the holes go, just make sure you put them all back in to where they line up just right. They're still all facing the same way. So they need to all kind of open up into each other. That. Okay? Okay. So now that part's done. So now I am going to take my twine or my string and I'm going to cut, I think 1 inch will be good. Might do a little bit longer just in case I need it. Let's try that. If you want to measure, you can, but I just kind of like to guesstimate. Okay, let's see. Okay, now, here comes the fun part. Now I have to weed this string. Try to see the easiest way to do this. Into your holes. So let's do it like this. And I am using yarn, so it's going to have a tendency to fray. I think that wasn't too bad. Okay, see how I did that? Just cut off this piece. Now you can lay it flat. Just give it a little tie. Like that. So that's going to keep our book together. Oh, wait a second. Oh my goodness, look what I did, you guys. Wait, I did it backwards. Okay, hold on. So don't do what I just did. Shh. Okay, so remember. Why am I getting so confused? Okay, okay, that's right. Okay, doot.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, my dog's making all kinds of funny noises. Now, pause for just a second so I can take her out because she's going to keep barking. Give me just 1 second and I'll be right back. Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness, okay. So sorry. Okay, back to work. We just got her, Nilla, at the pound, so we're still getting used to each other. Okay, So one of my holes is not aligned and it's missing me up. So let me see what the problem is. I thought I had it okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, back to it. Oh my gosh, Nilla. This is harder than I thought it was going to be, you guys. Let's try again. So I'm going to go this way. Because I want my knot to be on the outside. Okay, there we go. Come on. So just because my yarn is fraying, I think the next strings I cut are going to be a little bit longer, just so I can cut off that frayed part. This works for now. Okay, now we're cooking. Okay, so I got my one part tied. I'll do the next ones. So again, I'm just kind of opening it up, sticking my string through the hole so I can tie the knot on the back side. Okay, I got it. Okay. Get a little bit longer of a piece. Okay. Phew. Did it. Okay. There we go. So, here's my little book. Got it nice and binded with the string. Make sure your knots are really tight so they don't come undone. And then you should just be able to open it up to a page, open it up to another page, and just keep on going. So, let me get back to our steps. So step 3 is try out book artist techniques, and like I said, this is going to be a scrapbook. And I want you guys to think about the difference between a scrapbook and, I don't know, an autobiography or just a regular story. Does anybody know the difference between those two types of books? Or just a book and a scrapbook? How are they different? See. Catherine, do you know? Miss Abby, do you have any idea? So, regular books obviously tell a story of some type. Autobiography is a story that a person tells of their life. But point being is a book tells a story with words normally. Sometimes there's pictures, but it's primarily a story told with words. Scrapbooks are a way to kind of showcase a theme or a collection of something. Let's see. Scrapbook doesn't tell the story with words. You're right. You're so right, Julie. Exactly. Typically, scrapbooks are more focused on imagery, or it can be even items, little trinkets. I've seen a lot of family scrapbooks where you kind of showcase different pictures of your family in different ways, and it's kind of an artistic way to tell a story without words. So I thought I would make my little book into a scrapbook. Suzanne, scrapbooks are more for pictures and memories. Exactly right. So I'm going to make my little scrapbook, and I thought a theme that I would focus on is underwater because I am craving the beach and I have no idea when I'll go back. So I'm going to kind of envision a beachy scene, and I thought that would be cool. So in order to do this, you can use any kind of paper. You can use white paper and you can color it however you'd like. But I had some super cool scrapbooking paper that I found, and I thought that I would try to use that in some way or another. So let me put you guys down. I'm gonna try to find something blue. And you have to think about your cover page and your inside pages. So let's do, these kind of look like bubbles. Let's see, maybe I'll try this one. It kind of goes with my pink thread. Now for this part you can measure if you wish, but I am going to just eyeball it, and then I will glue the cover page to my scrapbook. Okay, so I cut it a little too big. And help me think of, what should the title of my scrapbook be? It doesn't need to be too specific because again, scrapbooks are kind of more for fun, and because mine is just a little beach project, it can just kind of be a simple title. Where's my glue? I don't know if I mentioned to you guys that you need glue, but you need glue for this. I was hiding behind my laptop. Beautiful. So this is going to be my cover page. Do you guys have any idea for a title? What should the title of my scrapbook be? What about waves? That might be cool. You guys like that? I'm going for it. You can use cool fonts. Might be good to write the title before you glue it down because paper bags tend to be a little wiggly. Okay. Okay. So here's my title. Now, let's see. I have these super cool shark stickers and these super cool fish stickers. Let's do some of this little foliage. Okay, here it goes. Cute. Okay, so I've got my title page. I don't need a dedication page because this is just kind of something for me. I'll do these two pages while I'm with you guys. So let's see. This kind of looks like bubbles. What's this one? Oh, that works. Let's do this. And remember, so step 4 is focus on function. So because my book, the book of my choice, is a scrapbook, the primary function of this is to, again, kind of showcase imagery of some sort. So I'm going to pick a super cool background that's going to go with my imagery. Oh, it's a little too big. And then focus on style. So again, I'm thinking ocean, waves, kind of wavy thing. So maybe I'll have kind of a laid back style, because I kind of think that, especially my font and then the stickers in the background, kind of showcases a kind of relaxed style, I guess. That's really not straight. Okay, so before I glue down, I'm gonna make my stuff, because again, it's a little sticky. Okay, so I've got these cool fish. Maybe it can be like they're blowing bubbles. See how this kind of looks like bubbles? And they're just swimming around. Again, you can draw, you can add stuff in. Go to your local art store. There's a lot of really cool things that you can add into a scrapbook. So I'm going to use some of my pins, and I'm going to draw some more bubbles. Okay, and I was thinking I could use ribbon to make a cool sort of reef situation, because fish like to swim around in corals and stuff, and the foliage underwater. Just kind of get into it. You can make whatever you want. Do you guys have any ideas for what you're gonna make? Maybe you could also do some upcycling, and you could collect some things around your house rather than going to an art store. Kind of see what you already have available to you and just get creative. Think outside the box. What are you thinking, Catherine? Do you want to share? Whoa. Flipped over on me. I'm naming mine Scales and Flames. That's super cool. I can't wait to see it. Okay, so a memory book full of pictures that I took. That is so neat. I bet that's gonna be pretty fun to make. So here's my little underwater scene. Super cute. I could keep going, but I'm gonna do another page too. So now I'm just gonna glue this puppy down. You guys might want to use, I was thinking, cardstock, the thicker kind of paper. That might have better results than like computer paper because, or I guess it depends on what type of glue you're using too, but because I'm using the liquid glue, it's kind of leaving that, you can always kind of see the liquid glue underneath whatever you're gluing down. I tend to prefer glue sticks, but if you are using liquid glue, try to get thicker paper or just use a glue stick. But it doesn't look too bad. So there's page 1. Super cute. And now I'm going to do the second page. So let's use, oops, a little too far. Let's use the rest of this. Okay. Still a little too big. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to design my scrapbook page before I glue it down. So for this one, I thought it would be cool to include these sharks. Oops. I think sharks are pretty neat creatures. So maybe he's swimming up. Oh, hammerhead. Ooh, this will be cool. Let me go back to my cover. Put this fin up here. So cool. Okay. Let's keep going. Add some starfish to this page. Thanks, Julie. Having fun over here. I need more sharks. This guy will be swimming on down. Okay. Now, let's, so I got this blue and white polka dot ribbon thinking that I could resemble bubbles. Let's try that. I'll just do little circles. There we go. Up here. Okay. Let's glide them down. some upcycled bubbles. Let's see. What else should I draw? What should I draw down here? Does anybody have any ideas? Here's my dog again. While you guys are thinking on what I should draw on my shark page, I'm gonna add some more fish to the other page. Any ideas? That one's looking pretty good. How cool is that? It kind of looks like he's hanging out in a little reef. And that's just something that was on the paper already. Love it. A narwhal! Oh. All right, I'll try, but no promises. Those are the things with the big long thing on his head, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Here goes, Suzanne. All right, don't make fun of me. Okay. Just ignore my dog. Wasn't that our symbol last year? Narwhal? That was on all of our shirts. Oh my goodness. Oh, Suzanne. All right, here he is. All right. That's not a narwhal. I don't know what is, Suzanne. Little flippers. All right, here he is. I have to go. Bye, Abby. I hope you enjoyed. Okay. Wow, that was interesting. Okay, so let's do, we need some more foliage at the bottom of our ocean. Shark swimming up through it. Puppy dog. Okay. So cute. Okay, now let's add some more fish to this one. typically when there's shark, there's fish floating around, swimming around. Okey-doke. What do we think? Am I missing anything for my second page in my scrapbook? I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna start gluing. Let me know if I should add anything else. There it is. So cute. So here's my title page of my scrapbook, Waves. And here are the two pictures that I just made. So fun. So just remember, scrapbooking is all about being artistic and using things in new ways and just kind of showcasing something that you love. So just think about whatever you want your theme to be. Think about, if you decide to do scrapbooking, think about the function of your book. So for instance, scrapbooking, big canvas, a big size page would work well. And think about the style that you want to exhibit, and just kind of do some brainstorming and hop right in. Well, like I said, that is Cadette Book Artist, the whole badge. So let me know what you guys thought. If you have any questions, if you have any new ideas, send them my way. But let me know what you thought. Have a great day.